What's up, y'all? So let's go ahead and discuss the females who are considered the hip hop gatekeepers. Go ahead and subscribe and like my channel, share my channel, and I see that a lot of y'all have been stitching my videos. Look, just tag me in the videos if you're stitching me. I love to see your input. I love to see what you think of my reads. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the female gatekeepers. And we are still in the genre of hip hop. We are also going to do Hollywood too, y'all. So stay tuned. This is going to be a long series. But anyway, let's talk about the females of the the female gatekeepers, excuse me. And y'all know where I'm going with this. Y'all know who I'm talking about. We talking about our favorite Sagittarian crash dummy, Nicki Minaj. Why am I calling her a crash dummy? Because that's what she was for these people. The gatekeepers are controlled by, I guess, Dr. Claw. We have not figured out in the 40 years of hip hop who these silent people are that are controlling the people that are out front in hip hop. And that's exactly what happened with Nicki, which is why she's crashing out now. She's in a space of trying to figure out or trying to pretend like she can't figure out why she's on the outside looking in now. Y'all know her feelings are hurt. That whole situation with Meg, the situation with Cardi, even the situation with Lotto. Everything has to do with Nicki not having proximity to the top gatekeepers in hip hop anymore. Once upon a time, Nicki was the female gatekeeper. Nicki held the space as the queen of hip hop for what, 15 or 17 fucking years. She did her thing. She was on top because they made sure that nobody else could compete with Nicki. They built Nicki up to be such a force that any woman that came up against Nicki, rap wise, hip hop wise, she was going to fall and she was going to always be the underdog. Now that things have changed for Nicki because of decisions on her own now, because of her own decisions and not following instructions, because while she was sitting at the table, she came with she was giving instructions, and for the most part she followed them. But now she's fighting against them and warring against them because some of the things they're doing are unfair, but I fail to feel sorry for Nicki because I know that this fight is only because she no longer has proximity to these people because of her own attitude, her own bipolar ass nature. Y'all know that Knight of Swords come in with that Gemini energy, and she came in acting just like that. Not that I'm saying that she's a Gemini. I know that she's a Sagittarius, Barbs. Hear me out before you get on this motherfucker and get your ass hexed for hearing the truth on her cards. Okay, these are energy readings, and this is what's going on with Nicki. And I'm reading her fucking energy. So sit down and relax, dog. It's gonna get good real quick. Anyway, Nicki is only fighting because she doesn't have proximity to these people anymore. She's no longer sitting with the big dog. She's no longer inside. She's now on the outside looking in with her motherfucking husband. And I'm gonna go into that too. That's why he was mentioned. Nicki is worried about a lot of her secrets coming out as well. Remember, we are in the age of Aquarius and a lot of things are getting revealed. A lot of people in hip hop are going to be taken out to pasture and shot, both figuratively and literally. Now, they won't do anything to take Nicki. She's worth more alive than she is dead. She's worth nothing dead to them. And part of that is her issue. She's like, yo, I thought I was y'all one. I was that chosen one. I was the one that y'all said was going to run female hip hop forever. And I was supposed to be the one that the only one that was able to piss with the boys. I was supposed to be y'all favorite. You know, Nicki is in her chest because they played her. This has been a game for the longest. And for some reason, Nicki thought that she was going to be the girl that was able to skate around it. She thought that she was going to be the girl, like I said, to be able to piss with the boys. But she didn't realize, again, she one of them Jesus freaks now. All of these gals that they getting and that they are throwing to the wolves, these girls, they are all Jesus freaks. They praying to Jesus. They those types, okay? Easily malleable, okay? Remember, I keep saying this in this series, okay? Although Nicki is smart, she wasn't that smart. They knew that they could manipulate her, and manipulate her they did. And Nicki knows that she participated in a whole lot of shit. Now, the fact that she's acting like she doesn't know why they're stripping things from her, or she doesn't know why they no longer allow her to have a seat at the table with the most powerful people in hip hop and the gatekeepers bosses. You get what I'm saying? Nicki knows who they are. She's feigning ignorance and figuring out, well, why are they not fucking with me no more? Why are they not fucking with me no more? Well, I'll tell y'all why. This is why they changed up on Nicki. I want y'all to remember the death card represents changes. I'm going to say to you all that Nicki is messy like that. And I mean no disrespect to the daughters of Oya, but Nicki is messy like Oya. She causes a whole lot of her own troubles and a whole lot of her own things to happen to her because of the choices that she made. And the fact that these people changed up on her shouldn't have been a mystery or shouldn't be a mystery to her because, well, hell, she knew what it was. And as long as she was receiving those gifts, though, those things that they were promising her, they promised her top of the world. They even baited her with, we going to give you all of these Grammys and da-da-da-da. See, they had a path laid out for Nicki. All she had to do was play ball. All she had to do was continue to enjoy her seat at the table and, of course, do what they said do. And for a while, she was with the shits, okay? All that Jesus talk and shit she's doing, like, don't listen to her because she was with the shits. Because, like I said, for 15 to 17 years, Nicki was the queen of female hip hop. And it was given to her. That shit was given to her because they made sure that no other female rapper could come up and even compete with Nicki. They made it an unfavorable advantage for every other female in hip hop, all the while that Nicki was on top. And they put her there. Yes, she worked hard. Yes, she has lyrical abilities, but Nicki has never been a likable person, okay? Nicki was put in our faces and made to be the most popular rapper, the rap chick. Because she fit the narrative of what they needed. See, she's from Sri Lanka. She's exotic. She's got long hair. She's got a pretty face. She's got a BBL. She fits the mold, okay, for what they needed to put in front of people and what they needed to put in front of the person that they were trying to sacrifice and take. And I want y'all to also remember that Diddy plays a part in this too. And I'll show y'all where Diddy showed up. Okay, as long as Nicki was playing ball, she was winning, she was winning. She had everything. She had the world at her feet. There was not anything that Nicki Minaj couldn't get on at one period of time in the 2010s or early 2010s. It was nothing that bitch could get on that was not ghost pepper hot. It was nothing that she could not get on that would cause a frenzy. Like Nicki Minaj was that it girl. And they built her. So y'all want to talk about industry plants and motherfuckers that were built? Nicki is a builder bitch too, okay? She's the queen of builder bitches. Don't forget that. And while she was winning and she was in the space of getting things her way, she was with the shits, okay? She had no issue doing things or waiting out her time to do things. See, she had no problem signing that contract. She had no problem throwing other people to the wolves. She had no problem being passed around. She participated, so to speak, in her own undoing. But Nicki began to change. Nicki began to change, and not for good reasons, y'all. See, Nicki's ego began to show up. And that's the problem with her. Her fucking ego eats her the fuck alive. Let me get this shit out the way real quick. Nicki's ego began to show up and she began to strut around in masculine energy because they had basically crowned her the queen of hip hop and made her believe that she could stand toe to toe with some of the kings of hip hop too. So Nicki began to reject things that they were offering her. She began to reject her contract. She has a contract too. That's why she crashing the fuck out, y'all, okay? Nicki began to deny things like, I don't want that, I want this. And she began to ask for more. And when they began to provide more, it still wasn't enough. So they're like, all right, bitch, look, in order for you to get more, we got some instructions for you. Remember, she had already signed her contract. She had already linked up with Jay-Z and Beyonce. She had already done what she needed to do to have a seat at the table, y'all. Remember, it's all about proximity to the big dogs, okay? So they came to her with instructions, and her instructions were simple. She was supposed to destroy Meek Mill. Nicki is a succubus. She presents succubus energy, and they were using her to get at Meek, to get him to come on over there and bottom out for Puff, because they've been looking for his asshole for a long time anyway. They knew he was giving it up. In a way, I feel like, it might have been some shit going on at that MMG camp that Diddy got motherfucking wind of, and he wanted a piece of that. So Nicki's motherfucking role in this was to simply destroy Meek Mill. But somehow that shit didn't work out. Somehow he became to be too much for Nicki, and she could no longer work with him. And they changed up on her. I'm going to keep on setting this damn death card to emphasize the changes that began to happen around Nicki while she was too busy engaging in beefs, spending money, doing dumb shit. She was too busy. She busied herself with shit that didn't matter and poured energy into shit that was really a fucking manipulation tactic set in front of her to cause her to fail. And not only that, she's like, why am I not at this table when remember I said she was saying like, or she has the energy of that, she's saying like, I've done everything that y'all asked me to do. Why am I not allowed at the table anymore? I even turned my head to some of the shit y'all been doing. Like, she's privy to that pedophilia and all of that, which is why she felt like it was okay for her to circle the block and go and marry Ken. She's like, he's one of y'all. He's been convicted of rape. He's a sexual deviant. He should fit right in the circle, right? Wrong. He was never welcomed at that table. In fact, them people like, we don't fuck with the likes of this nigga. They look down on Ken. They like, this motherfucker is not our pedigree. We don't want him here, Nicki. Nicki kept on dating him, married him, and all of that type of shit. And then they decided, all right, it's time to behead the fucking queen. And that's what's going on with Nicki now. See, them folk changed up on her. She got the clowning with Puff about Kanye about that fucking song, That was her induction into, or them showing people that Nicki gets down and does whatever she needs to do, including stepping on other women and screwing niggas, letting niggas run trains and shit on her. They're like, since you're going to change up on this and go at Kanye, go at Jay-Z, go at Puff, we're going to end your career. We're going to make sure there's no more longevity in your career. And they begin to withhold things from her. This is why Nicki will never get a Grammy, because she bit the hand that fed her ass. This is why they're playing with her emotionally. Now, I'm not going to lie. That beef between her and Meg wiped her entire ass with her honey. But please believe that was a strategic ploy to get Nicki to look like she's erratic and out of control and fucked up and emotional, so that nobody will believe her when she's telling them that it's motherfuckers that are truly doing shit behind the scenes to manipulate hip hop. But nobody's gonna believe her because, like I said, y'all, once upon a time, Nicki was with the shits. Now, because she went against their rules, they done start fucking with the bitch bread, and they getting ready to end her career. Why are they ending her career? And they're fucking with her mind and playing with her. Let me make sure I keep these cards up here. They're about to crown a new queen, a new succubus queen. Let me say that. I mean, the bitches be making nice ratchet ass music, and I do listen to their ratchet ass music, baby. But I know what type of bitches these is, honey. These succubus energy bitches. They cool on Nicki. They fucking with her paper and get ready to kill her career. They playing with her mind mentally, trying to make sure they fuck her up good enough. So they making sure they rub these new girls in her face. And now I'm gonna be honest, aside from Meg, a lot of these new bitches can't fuck with Nicki rapping. I'm not gonna pretend like they can. But because Nicki has lowered herself to this and bit this apple, they dropped the apple in front of Eve and she done bit this motherfucker. She's engaging in all of these beefs instead of seeing that she's being manipulated. And these new girls, they trained her on exactly how to go at Nicki, exactly how to topple the queen, exactly how to knock her off her square enough so that we don't have to deal with this troublesome bitch no more. They set off with the queen's head, honey. And these young girls, these new rappers, is just sitting back waiting on her crown to drop. It's almost gone. Because Nicki is out of control and erratic and lyrics don't make sense and she's doing stupid shit. Music is trash these days, honey. Folk about to be tired of her. And that's going to be the end of Nicki Minaj's reign as the gatekeeper of female hip hop. It's done for her. That coke addiction might get her, y'all. She got some more drama coming. It's going to be some more shit come out about Nicki real soon.